Good morning from day 7 on the Disney Treasure. Today is our Castaway Cay day.
Exciting day. Kind of an odd day because we're not actually supposed to be able to go to the island until 10 a.m. today.
Yes, it is 8:20 now and we can see the island, but it's going to take some time to dock and get all the crew off for staffing the island and whatnot. So 10 a.m. is when we can get off. So a little bit of a delay start this morning. But we got some breakfast. We got some churro waffles today. So the day has finally come for churro waffle day. And now we're heading out to try to meet some characters before we get off the island or get off onto the island. So come along with us. Okay, so we are officially docked at Castaway. We are early.
A little bit. We were cleared at 9:30, so time to grab all our stuff and go, go, go.
Yes, so let's head out to Castaway. Okay, so we are back on board and all cleaned up after Castaway. It's technically already the evening.
We've been packing, and we
Yes.
also...
We've been busy.
Yes.
So Castaway, first off,
Yes.
was lovely. Probably one of the best weather.
It was warm.
Very, very warm.
It
But
was hot.
that made the water feel nice.
Yes, the water was not hot.
Yes. Yeah. Lovely time on Castaway. We did not go to Serenity Bay this time. We stayed on the family side. But saw some characters in their fun outfits. And had lunch on Castaway at Cookies.
Ate at Cookies for the first time.
Yes. So.
And it was good.
Yeah.
I didn't think the food was, like, worse in any way than the Serenity Bay food. So if you just don't want to go all the way out there.
And way easier to find a table.
Yeah.
There was not a line waiting to get in as soon as they opened up like Serenity Bay barbecue. Always seemed to have.
Yeah, so it was a lot easier for us. The beach was pretty crowded.
It was.
Especially the closer you were to the ship.
Yeah.
A lot of the folks with little ones, understandably, flocked to that first beach area.
True.
But we walked in the water and looked around and had a nice time, and then returned back to
we also got conch coolers.
We did have conch coolers.
Went to one of the bars, had some conch coolers to just kind of relax and
Wrap up our cruise celebration on Castaway.
Yes.
That was one of our last hurrahs.
Exactly. But then came back on board, cleaned up a little bit before heading to the show that was a matinee again.
The Tale of Moana.
Yes, Disney, The Tale of Moana. Overall, I think the effects were fairly cool. Some interesting puppets.
Very cool. The puppets were exceptional. The projections, especially Grandma as the stingray going throughout the whole
entire
space, was very, very cool.
Yeah.
We had a couple tech issues.
We did.
Not a ton. The balance for the sound was a little off a few times. There's a new song.
There is.
For this production.
Warrior Face.
Warrior Face. And at least I couldn't understand about half the words.
Yeah.
Because the music was super loud and the mics were... The performers weren't coming over the music, so we could not hear. And since we didn't know the words, it was one of those, like... Okay, we're just vibing.
True.
Because we didn't really understand what was happening.
True.
I mean, we got the gist. But that happened a couple times where the performers and the sound, the tracks were just like, ooh.
Yeah.
So that was my biggest complaint, but overall, everybody seemed to enjoy the show.
Mm-hmm.
Maui was a different casting choice than we expected.
Yes.
He was very young.
We expected the guy that was playing the chief, Moana's dad.
We had seen him throughout the ship. We were like, oh, it's going to be that guy.
Yeah. He's a very strong singer. He's the lead of the Picturephonics. So.
And he was great as the chief, as Moana's dad. But Maui came out of nowhere, and I do think people were a little confused to see.
He was like fairly scrawny from what you would imagine Maui should be.
He didn't look like Maui in the movie.
Yes.
We'll just say that. He had some muscles, but he didn't look like the film.
Yes.
And came off as very young, which sometimes worked, and I think sometimes left the audience a little confused. Because I think when he was revealed as Maui, I think people were confused.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he was the understudy or if he is always Maui, but that's who we saw. He sang well.
Yeah.
But people were very confused.
Yes.
People around us, it was one of those like...
Who's this?
No, like this can't be the guy. But it was. And like I said, he did a great job. It was very different.
Yeah.
Different than what we expected, different than what a lot of people expected. The grandma.
She was great.
Exceptional. Moana sang incredibly well and looked the part. It was like you just plucked her right out of the movie.
And I think as a whole, the story, how it's being done here, does have a lot of potential. I like how basically the grandma is the narrator of the story, so she's kind of there throughout, whether she's the grandma or the narrator, it's still the same character. But
well, when you condense a movie into
an hour
or less musical, sometimes you need somebody to help the story along.
True.
So that was her job, to help the story along.
Basically, I feel like it was done well as a production.
Yeah.
Despite there being a couple technical issues and odd casting choice for Maui.
And
unexpected,
again,
I should say. Not really odd, just unexpected.
We could tell that people were confused.
Yes.
So, and we were like, okay, we'll go with it. We're going to go with it. But...
Very cool puppets, though.
Yes.
I thought the Moana puppet was really cool, too, at the beginning. And then Taka was very impressive.
Overall, it was a great show. I think my favorite of this group was probably Beauty and the Beast.
I would agree.
Of this trio. Just because I thought that was really exceptional last night.
Yeah.
And the performer we mentioned before who played Moana's father was Cogsworth last night. So we were like, wow, he has all the huge parts. But still had a very large part as Moana's dad.
Yes.
But overall had fun, then came back here,
Cleaned
up.
Fully.
Started packing and booked a placeholder as well this afternoon.
So
waited until the last day, but got it done. So now I think it's...
Well, we also just went to see Sage and Coriander.
We did.
They're telling of
Merida.
Brave. So watch that. I'll put a clip of them right here.
Knock me over there. Woo! All right.
When the cold wind is a-calling and the sky is clear and bright, it's the mountains sing and beckon, lead me out into the light. Greetings, I am Coriander.
And I am Sage. Travelers, gather around us. Let us tell you all a story.
A fable we've collected with a bit of value.
We'll keep it short, but listen close. It's a story you may know.
Do you want to hear it? All right then, here we go. Here is the story of Brave.
Long ago, in Scotland, lived King Fergus, Queen Eleanor, and their daughter Merida. Merida was told it was time for her to find a husband.
Marriage? Never! But, despite her protest, the king and queen invited all the eldest sons to compete in the royal games. The winner would marry Merida.
But Merida didn't want to marry any of them, so she won the royal games herself. Queen Eleanor was furious, but so was Merida, and she took her sword and slashed through a family tapestry, right down the center of a picture of her and her mother.
Merida got on the horse and rode away. Yay! Where she came upon a ring of stones and mysterious lights. The will-o'-the-wisps were forming and leading her deeper into the woods.
The will-o'-the-wisp led her to the house of a powerful witch who agreed to cast a powerful spell that might make the queen change her mind about her marriage. The witch gave Merida a spell cake and had to race back home to give the cake to her mother.
Take it. But rather than changing her mind, they turned her mother into a bear! Now, it was a well-known fact that King Fergus hated bears. Years ago, an evil bear named Lord Duke took the king's leg. So, when he found out that there may be a bear in his castle, he tracked it and chased it, not knowing that it was his beloved wife.
Luckily, Merida's three little brothers were there, and they helped them escape the castle. They rode into the woods to find the witch to break the spell when they got to the witch's house. She was gone. Only a note remained. Fate be changed. Look inside. Mend the bond torn by pride.
Merida had a revelation. Mend the bond torn by pride. The tapestry. If I can fix it, I'd make me more human again.
Back at the castle, King Fergus sent a hunting party out after them. He tracked down the bear and tied it to the ground. He raised his sword, but Merida blocked his blow, saving Queen Eleanor.
But then, the evil Lord Dew appeared.
Brave!
Merida's mother sprang into action, fighting the evil Lord Dew, and she won. Then Lord Dew was defeated and crushed by a giant stone.
Merida threw her arms around her mother's neck.
I want you back, Mom. I love you. And the spell was reversed, and the bear came back into her mother.
Merida and Queen Eleanor learned to love each other just the way they were. The end.
And with that, now we are officially moving away from Castaway and on our way back to Port Canaveral, unfortunately. But cruise is not yet over. Tonight we have some more pictures this evening.
Marvel Night 2,
And
dinner,
Marvel Night 2.
and then Treasure Found, the evening finale.
Yes. So come along with us and we will share our thoughts on dinner and Treasure Found this evening. Okay, so we are back in the room after our evening. I don't remember where we left off, but we got pictures this evening.
We took pictures. We saw Aladdin.
We did see Aladdin. He was as Prince Ali too, so that was cool.
We hadn't seen him yet.
And every other time he's been out, he's been as his like street rat clothes. So it was cool to see him as Prince Ali. We played the game a little bit
For like
vaguely.
5 minutes. We
Yes.
played the
Uncharted Adventure,
Yes.
which is specific to the Treasure and Wish at this point. I assume it will be on the Destiny as well. It's a little different compared to the fantasy game, or the game of the Dream of Fantasy.
Well, that was a detective agency.
Right.
You're solving a mystery.
Similar vibes, though, going to the different pictures around the ship.
But this was like a long video game, at least the one we did.
Yeah. And you use your phone.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have a phone, or if your kids don't have a phone,
Right.
that's going to complicate things.
I was going to say it involves someone old enough to have a phone.
Yes. So we barely played it, because this is the last day, obviously, and just started it today. But you can make your little avatar, and then as you complete tasks, you get outfits for things. So
We made our avatars days ago because we thought the outfits were fun, but didn't do anything beyond that.
yes.
Until today.
Yeah. So barely did it, but just wanted to see what it was. So you played the game and then didn't record it, but we went to the next challenge, which was at Hook's Barbery, and it was like finding keys, and it would turn off the lights in Hook's Barbery with the lanterns.
Mm-hmm.
So fairly random, but it was fun.
Mm-hmm. We don't know what is beyond that.
Yes, there's like 12 chapters, and this was like mission 2 of chapter 1. So
Yeah.
who knows? But still fun. And then after that, we went to Hook's Barbery, because I wanted to get an old fashioned, because I have been looking and craving it the whole cruise, and we just haven't had time. So finished out the cruise strong, getting an old fashioned. The bartender, though, today was actually the same bartender that we were talking to at Conked Out Bar on Castaway earlier today. So that was fun.
That's Nur.
Nur from the Philippines.
And he has been with Disney Cruise Line for 27 years.
Yes, from the beginning, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm. And he was very nice.
Yes.
And very personable.
We were chatting for like probably 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Gave you lots of tips.
He did give me lots of tips.
For making your own old fashions at home.
Yes. And
I think once he found out that Robbie is into that and turned it into a teaching opportunity, Nur was on it.
Yes. So I do love Hook's Barbery. That's one of my favorite parts about this class of ships. Basically, you go in with either a whiskey you have in mind or a budget and just kind of let them do their thing. You can request your own flavors if you want, or have them surprise you, which is what I did today. So I went with the Blanton's Old Fashioned, and he did it his signature way, which was with some chocolate bitters and spiced cherry bitters, and smoked it and added a little bit of like bourbon sugar.
I took a picture of it.
Yes, I'll put that picture right here. So I had never seen that before, so that was new. But very, very good, very strong, but very good old fashioned. And then
we went to our final night at Marvel.
Yes.
The Marvel restaurant.
So night 2, the show is a little bit different.
Celebration of Heroes.
But mostly Rocket. At the end. Spoiler alert. But really much not a show. Just kind of happening in the background. It's more just music and tunes led by Baby Groot. And there's just kind of like Marvel trivia happening on the screens. You can participate if you want. You don't have to.
There is no score.
Right.
There is no...
Very low stakes.
Yes.
So yeah. I thought I liked the atmosphere today because it wasn't like, hey, stop what you're doing, look at the screens. It was just kind of happening as you wanted to, basically. But yeah. Food wise.
And it ended with a big celebration.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
Which
was great.
It was kind of the equivalent of in animators when the servers come out and wave. So it was nice to be able to celebrate them because I thought that was maybe the Coco finale.
True.
But not all of them walked around and did things. So I was like, well, okay, we're not getting our animators style celebration where all of your dining team walks through and you can like, yay, thank you, cheer them on. So that was the very end of the evening.
Very true.
But if you're a fan of that, it will happen.
But yeah, it was a good evening good restaurant to end the cruise with. I think really the weirdest one to end with would have been 1923.
It would have just kind of...
Yeah. Coco...
It would have been fine.
Coco Night 2 and Marvel Night 2 had a good finale.
Yes.
But got to see our head server, and assistant server in the little parade. So
they were having a good time.
Yes. Very fun. As far as the food goes, appetizers, we got 3 out of the 4.
Throughout this menu, there were a lot of
Repeat.
familiar favorites from other of the dinners in the fleet.
Yes.
Among the ships, and some new items.
Yes. Or some that had a slight twist.
Were similar but different to other things.
One of which was one of the appetizers, which was the ahi tuna bowl. Was not the tower. It was just a bowl that had some avocado, some cucumber, and then ahi tuna. Then, I don't know what it was exactly, but it was some sort of shaved, smoked something.
I don't know.
It'll be hopefully in the description that I'll put below, but that part was weird.
Yeah, I thought this was totally fine.
Yeah.
I like the tower better,
Same.
but I'm also going to be happiest whenever I can have wasabi.
True.
With tuna. And there was no wasabi tonight.
The tuna dish from 1923 Night 1, way better.
Yeah, I was going to say that I preferred that, but that also had...
The wasabi.
So...
True.
But it was totally fine. If that's your type of appetizer, it would be totally fine.
Appetizer number 2 that we both got was the Malaysian chicken satay.
And I thought this was very good.
This was
it had
very good.
Very good flavor.
Yeah.
I feel like this was probably the best of the bunch. This was my pick for best of the bunch.
It was very good. I again like this one better than the other version from the other ships because it is a little bit different. This one's served over rice. Other one is not. This one, I think the chicken had more flavor. The other one relied on the sauces.
Yeah.
This sauce didn't add a whole lot.
I was eating it mostly without the sauce.
The sauce, it was a peanut sauce that was with it. The sauce alone was a good peanut sauce, but I thought that when you like had the peanut sauce with the chicken, it took away from the flavor of the chicken.
Yeah.
Because whatever the chicken was marinated with
It
was,
was
very good.
very good.
I wish they had an entree of that.
Right.
And the chicken was nice and juicy. It was a very solid appetizer. The third appetizer that we tried was, I don't remember exactly the name of it, but it was the porcini pasta dish, which essentially is Marvel's version of the black truffle pasta persets. And I think, I don't know, I'm back and forth between this one or the Malaysian chicken satay is my favorite of the bunch that we tried. I think it has going for it. The filling is way better than the pasta persets.
Whoa.
I thought so. I thought it was richer. It was just more delicate and...
You heard it here, folks.
Yes. However, way too much pasta in the not pouch part.
Basically, the pasta to filling ratio was a little off.
Yeah. Filling was great. Too much pasta. So, yeah. That and the chicken satay, I was happy.
I think that the appetizers as a whole were the strongest part of the meal. Appetizers and desserts.
Yeah.
I will say. But I also had the broccolini soup.
True.
And I thought it was totally good.
Better than night one.
I think so. It's odd that both nights at Marvel have a broccolini soup. It's not quite the same, but very similar. But I think this version was slightly better. So yay, night 2 broccolini soup.
True. Also, the bread service. There was a multi-grain bread with a caramelized onion dip. The dip was pretty good. Nothing like spectacular, but
I know we've had that before.
we have.
On other sailings. So again, it was another
Repeat from...
Yeah.
Entrees were all new, I think. Unless your chicken was a repeat.
I don't think so.
But you got the chicken.
The peri-peri chicken. And when it was saucy, it was good, it was flavorful. And when it was just the middle of the chicken breast, it was a well-cooked chicken breast. I liked the green beans that came with it a lot. They were very good and fresh. Overall, it was similar to the tuna poke bowl. It was totally fine. If you want chicken, it was good. It wasn't mind-blowing, basically. I wish that there was, and maybe I should have asked for additional sauce on the side to keep the flavor coming. But as I had it, it was, I'm full. I'm fed. So, but nothing to write home about.
That's fair.
In a similar vein.
In a similar vein, the Linguine Nero, which is brand new, again, to this ship, this restaurant, which was shrimp with squid ink pasta and like a red sauce.
What red sauce?
Yeah.
The red sauce was almost non-existent.
Yeah.
But the shrimp cooked incredibly well.
Shrimp was fantastic.
It was really good. But the pasta was very bland.
Yeah.
So basically, I've joked about building my perfect meal before. I would like the shrimp from that and the green beans from the chicken and then probably just apps and call it good.
Yeah.
And dessert. But you had the third entree.
The third
that
entree that we tried was the teriyaki salmon. I don't remember what it was called. I'll put it down below though. But the salmon entree that was served with a side of like soy noodles.
Teriyaki
soy noodles.
Adjacent.
We had heard from reviews that we read online that the salmon was very, very good and the noodles were bland. Did not think that was the case. I thought the noodles were very flavorful. Not the most exciting. It was just like salty.
They were on the side.
Yeah. But they did have some flavor. And I don't think they really added too much to the dish. Kind of just a weird side. But the salmon was pretty good.
The salmon on Disney Cruise Line, at least on this sailing, has been very good across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime there's a salmon fillet, it has been nice.
Yeah. So, similar vein to the 1923 salmon that you had, but a little bit fishier, we thought. And just now this one is coated in like a teriyaki sauce as well.
In 1923,
It was great.
the salmon got to shine.
Yes.
The salmon was teriyaki-ified and still very good, though.
Yeah. I thought of the three,
That was
the salmon was the strongest one.
But I will say that our server recommended the lamb and the beef Wellington,
Yes.
2 entrees that we did not get. So,
Keep that in mind.
yes.
But then moving to dessert, we tried all 4 of the kind of standard desserts. We don't typically go for the no sugar added or the sundae. So all of these, no. One of these desserts was new. The other 3 have been on other rotations.
The peach?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember where we had that one, but the Orchard Peach Tart, didn't love this one. I think this was probably the bottom of our
I
list.
didn't try this one, so...
It was fairly dry, even though it was coated in like a sauce and had ice cream on the side. It wasn't very peach heavy. It was fairly dry. Didn't love it, but yeah. And then I also had the Chocolate Decadence, which was very rich, very chocolatey. This was gone before you probably even noticed. But yeah, I've had this one before. It's good if you like chocolate. If you don't, then probably skip it because it's all chocolate. And then the last one that we had, that was a repeat.
I had 2.
Well, that was a repeat because one was new.
Mm-hmm.
But it was one of our favorites.
The celebration cake
Yes.
is one of my favorite desserts across all of Disney Cruise Line. And we got 2 to go, and that's breakfast tomorrow.
Yes.
But I always like that. Our table mates had not had it before and also really liked it. So, another win for the celebration cake. I was excited to see it on this sailing because my 2 favorites are typically the celebration cake and the creme brulee cheesecake.
Mm-hmm.
But the creme brulee cheesecake was made into a cappuccino creme brulee cheesecake here on the Wish.
Treasure.
Or here in the Treasure. Tragic.
Yes. And neither of those was on the Wish.
Yes. So that's been breaking my heart when we've sailed on the Wish. But I was happy to see the celebration cake here at the Treasure, and it was just as good as I remembered it.
Yes. And if you don't sail on the Treasure, the celebration cake is typically on the Animator's Night 2 menu on the other ships. So the Magic, the Wonder, the Dream, and the Fantasy, if they are at least, I guess, 6 nights or longer. Whenever you would go to the restaurant more than once and not be Pirate Night. So for us, it's been the 7-night cruises. So if you have any 7-night on other ships, second night Animator's celebration cake is the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. And then the last dessert that we had, which was, at least to us, new to the restaurant, was the lemon blueberry cheesecake, or blueberry cheesecake.
This was surprisingly good.
Yeah.
I didn't really know what to expect. It had also kind of fallen apart a little bit by the time it arrived. But it had really good flavor. You gotta like blueberry.
I didn't expect the whole blueberries to be in there, too.
It was blueberry.
Yeah.
And then a nice little lemon. It was like a blueberry goo topped with a lemon
goo. So, if you like those flavors and goo, this is the dessert for you.
Yeah. But that kind of wrapped up our marble dinner.
It did. Well, it ended with the
celebration.
The celebration.
Yes.
But throughout the night, the tunes were pumping, and it was the 80s throwback hits.
Yeah. Great music selection.
It was very fun. And it was just good energy in the restaurant.
Yes. Indeed. And then it was time to
drop off the
drop
celebration cakes and then go back to the atrium.
Right. So our towel animal dropped it off. We got a gorilla today. So that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, then back to the atrium for the Treasure Found show. The farewell show, which is always the last chance to meet the characters.
A mad scramble.
Yes.
And we ended up near Pluto.
Yes. And then that kind of led into the actual farewell show led by Sage and Coriander, which was very fun, very cute, very unique to the treasure.
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciated how throughout this whole sailing that they've just thrown Sage and Coriander to be the ones leading the charge on all the entertainment for the most part.
But it's also the story.
Yeah.
The story of the cruise centers around those two characters created for the treasure.
Right.
And they kind of take you on this journey throughout the sailing.
Yeah.
So it was really nice to see them basically get the final bow.
Yeah.
Of sorts.
And it was a nice way for them to wrap up kind of everything that they've done.
Right. It really tied up the cruise with a bow and let them have their moment, which they deserved.
Yeah. They've been fantastic.
Working long days, late at night, even for adult exclusive entertainment. So they've been working hard and they deserved that last moment up there.
For sure. But very cute show, and I'll put that right here.
Your journey is approaching its end, and you've come so far. You've unlocked so many incredible moments, but did you find your treasure?
Did you? How about you? Shall we dial it back?
I'm just kidding, you can't do that. But what adventures have you been on?
What treasures have you found? Speaking of treasure, a treasure chest. It's convenient. Well, you know what they say, good things come in small packages.
A true treasure holds a world of possibilities all locked up within a chest. And where there's a lock, Sage, there's a key. But who holds the key? Who can unlock this treasure chest? Someone who's wiser than they know.
And braver than they think.
A seasoned adventurer.
A knowing sage.
But with the faith of a child. And I think it's you.
Oh.
Come on. What's your name? Come right on stage, Courtney.
Stand right here.
And what's been your favorite adventure so far? Indiana Jones? Yes! Okay, well, let's think of all the adventures that we've all discovered. It's very exciting.
Just think about it real hard.
Yeah, think about it real
Think about
hard.
those adventures.
And it'll come to you. Like this. Ooh, that's exciting.
You travel to exotic parts of
If you turn around, you're going to see absolutely nothing, but everyone else sees a line of Jasmine. Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Hinges creak and doors change. And strange, frightening sounds echo through the hall. And revels in the celebration of a lifetime.
But the greatest treasure of them all is inside that chest. So Bob, do you hold the key? Raise it up for everyone to see. Shall we open it together?
Alright, let's give them some encouragement, shall we?
That's it! Huzzah! You found it, my friends! There they are. Better than gold, stronger than diamonds, more valuable than any prize in the universe. Your memories. Such things will always be greater than all the magic, all the treasures, and all the world.
And yeah, with that wraps up our final evening aboard the Disney Treasure.
We gotta say goodbye to our beautiful up room
Yeah.
tomorrow.
So sad. So tomorrow will be our demarcation day, but since that is not a whole lot happening for us, the next video that you will see will be our full trip review and review of the treasure, review of the trip, and our haul.
Yeah.
So
Picked up a few things this cruise. Not too much. You know we never go crazy.
yes. So stay tuned for that. But that will do it for us for tonight and for this trip, pretty much, for us.
Yes. So thanks for following along with us.
Yes. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
See you real soon.